Welcome back to another episode of Goblin-Sighting D&D. I'm your DM. These are my fellow adventurers. In our last adventure, we took a trip out to Neverwinter Wood, where we met the what I'll just call a professional hunter guide, Falcon, and the legend behind Hugh was partially unveiled. Legend and rumor of some kind of feud between a dwarf and dryads. And then we took off into Neverwinter Wood with the wagon to go and deliver it to the camp of Tybor Wester, who was running a logging camp. And when we got there, we were immediately beset by Ankhegs in a particularly nasty fight, I would say. Now, the party, having dispatched 3 Ankheg, is standing in the ruins of the camp, wondering what in the 9 hells happened, and trying to figure out what is going on with the camp. With that in mind, what would you like?
Let's make a phone call and find out where.
Too bad Tybor doesn't have a something stone. That would have been good.
That's my thought.
Where's going, Harbin?
Yeah, you could have provided that one. That would have been very
Could have just
helpful.
given your brother a sending stone so he could report in. And we wouldn't have to make report. He could just be like, yeah, I received the supplies, thanks.
They're here.
Oh no,
thanks.
Ankhegs attacked us.
Right,
Something's
exactly.
going on here.
We are still like right here.
Pretty much
Yes.
right around the fire.
You're in the
Some
fire.
dead.
And what worries me is that if we start checking out these tents, are we going to get more of the same? But I,
Well, we can't
One way to find
stand
out.
still forever.
I know.
Now, is it how do we know how sensitive they are? I mean, we've just been walking kind of mindlessly. If we try for more stealth, too bad there's not some trees.
It would also be useful to know if they travel in large packs or just if they're territorial. I mean, they were in 3 separate places.
Make a nature check.
It's still a 20, right?
And how well you
19?
understand. What?
19.
Okay. So, tremor sense. A creature with tremor sense can detect and pinpoint the origin of vibrations in a specific radius, provided that the creature and the source of vibrations are in contact with the same ground or substance. It can't be used to detect flying or incorporeal creatures, and many burrowing creatures, such as Ankheg, have this special sense.
Who can fly? Somebody can fly.
I can jump high. I was just checking that. I know I've got something that allows me.
Ramgir, do you have the fly spell learned for the day?
I'm trying to look and see. I don't. If it's anything above a 1, I don't have it. The second magic missile, lightning bolt, flaming spear, charm, equal, misty step
That is
is
not
the closest
same
that I've
thing.
got. I don't have flying.
Okay.
I don't think it
Future
was.
reference.
It's like a 2 or 3 anyway.
It's 3rd level.
Yeah, and I
So-
chose 2 offensive things there.
Sure.
It is a concentration spell up to 10 minutes. They gain a flying speed of 60 feet for the duration. Target falls if it is still aloft when the spell ends, unless it can stop the fall. Target 1 additional creature for each slot level above 30 you cast it at.
It's what?
Every time you cast it above a 3rd level, for example, 4th level you can target 2 creatures, 5th level you can target 3 creatures, yada yada yada.
The thing
You have to
is
get to Wolf. Pretty close to 9th level to get all of us off the ground.
and not to mention the fact that 60 feet doesn't get us out of the area.
Well, it's a concentration spell, and the target needs a fly speed of 60 feet, meaning they can move 60 feet in flight for
Cool.
up to 10 minutes.
But that means that they're going to come down
In 10 minutes,
within
when they,
60.
well,
Yeah.
Fly speed is
fly
different
speed
than
is like
distance.
movement speed. Your movement
So
speed
you
is
just
30
fly,
feet.
fly for 10
Oh, okay,
minutes.
so I can go twice
Well,
as far.
yeah, you can go 10 minutes is 6. 10 is
600
100
feet.
rounds, so 60. You can move like 600 feet.
I did. I
6,000 feet.
Fine, 6,000 feet on one fly spin.
Yeah, so it's just a question of you don't have to come down, it's just how fast you can go. So do we
Once
have
you
any-
get to the, like, it would be not recommended for very high, high altitudes, unless you also had feather fall.
All
No,
he
I
has
would-
to do is get at least a couple inches off the ground.
Exactly. But
And just
unfortunately,
zoom.
you did not learn to fly this round, this day. Hello, Kitty.
So we have to.
Yes, none of us are druids. We don't have familiars.
we can. I guess we do need to check this out, or do we need to
Check what out? You can check that out.
The other tents or this? What is this?
No way to find out.
My question to you is, they did not show up until we were off the green into the sand. Was that
You were
accurate?
on the path when the
Which was
first,
sand.
which is sand when the first Ankheg showed up.
But we weren't.
You were never on.
Okay.
And one of the Ankhegs showed up
In the green.
right here,
Yeah. That's right.
In green.
in like a square in green. So
Is there any? And I don't mean to. This
Yeah.
to be little offended at all. But is he light enough for us to toss him?
Be little. I would be more inclined to
Oh,
be
I was
able to
just
walk
laughing at the idea of
softly
being
because
tossed.
elves have softer feet, right?
Throw me.
Well, not than Finnan, because he's a rogue.
I mean, you would have to make a strength check or an athletics check to toss him. I
You
don't.
have to do it probably.
It would be tight,
Well, it was just a thought. He's
and then he would have to make an acrobatics check to land, not prone, not taking falling damage.
on a
and
building or
there-
in a tree is kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It was just a thought.
You could try it if
I want
you
to hurt
wanted.
Finnan.
You could. You could take falling damage if you throw the acrobatics check.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt
I've got a nat 20
For
on
what?
the check to see what that is.
On what? Oh.
Well, it looks like some building.
It's a ruined fireplace whose chimney is mostly collapsed. You can see that it was a cabin once, probably. But it was very good.
Something's going on.
Do you want us to pause?
Yeah.
Okay, just hit the pause when you get over there. We're going to take a break for a second. We'll be back in just a minute.
Where is the pause button?
Red button on the side.
Here?
The record stop button.
It's
There you go. Welcome back from our brief interlude here. Our wizard was just querying regarding the ability of Ankhegs to burrow through stone, and so I'm going to have you make a nature check on that to see what they can go through.
nope.
Want me to do it?
6.
You're not
Oh,
sure. It's not. You're not really sure. They're burrowing critters. They might,
Have we got
but you
stones?
never. There's a potential for a stone in the ruined cabin with the partially collapsed
That's what that
chimney.
is.
I see. Oh, well.
And I mean, we want to check this, but we really want to get to here in hopes that somebody will have survived, right?
Yeah, but what's the harm in checking?
I
Okay,
don't
so
think there's
let's.
any harm in checking.
let's check.
We,
So
Listen,
you
I
get up
just
there
think if
and
we-
you roll an investigation check.
I think one thing we want to be aware of is that we have to really be very aware.
The first thing we do, if it's one of those guys, is move at least 30 feet away.
Right, exactly. 13 plus.
Okay, where are you searching?
I don't know where
I'm searching
Where-
over here.
Where specifically are you searching?
18 plus, I've got 18.
So are we each going to take a different thing,
Are
or
you
are we
guys
going to together?
What do you guys want to do?
Do you want to each take a different? What are those tents?
Yes, they appear to be tents of some kind. And then there's the ruined cabin.
So you want to try the cabin first?
I'll try the cabin, and you can.
Okay.
Are we going to
Where
separate? or-
where in the cabin are
I
you searching?
think we should separate.
So where are you guys? So you guys are searching the cabin together?
Yes.
With everyone, where in the cabin are you guys searching?
Is there a door?
Nope.
It's kind of
All
fallen
that's
down.
left is a ruined fireplace whose chimney is mostly collapsed. And as you get up there, you do see a stone foundation.
Okay. So the walls are gone, basically.
Walls are gone, doors gone, chimney's almost gone.
Foundation being sunk in the ground. Okay, well, and so there'd be no floor either. Looks like maybe it's burned.
Pretty much.
Okay.
It's not really clear what's happened to
Right.
it, but
Okay.
whereabouts in the cabin ruins are you searching?
I think at the moment we should stay on the outside of it and just kind of see if we can look into it, because if there's no walls, it shouldn't be.
So you're not like entering the ruins, or are you getting on the ruins?
I'm thinking I might go in, because I'm thinking that I have a stone floor. And that, ever since I looked at this, I went, gee, maybe that's someplace that they can't attack me
Awesome.
directly. They can
Yeah.
come up on the outside.
Yeah. So, what of the ruins are you poking around in?
I'm in this right here.
Fireplaces.
Okay, so you're searching the fireplace, or are you not? Or are you searching
I'll
the
search
walls?
I'll,
Like the
That's-
floor? What are you guys poking around?
I will search the fireplace.
Okay. You find 14 tiny androgynous stick figures dipped in pig's blood and inscribed with tiny lightning bolt symbols and tied together in a bundle of hair. Anyone who wants to make an intelligence check.
Where's my intelligence? It's 19 plus something.
Yeah, but I
Okay.
plus 0.
You recognize that this totem's purpose is to bring ill fortune to all who reside near it.
So we're gonna move away from it.
In the cave. Reside. Stay or live.
Reside.
So there's
As in,
the other people in the
long term.
tents.
But
Yeah.
reside is to stay there, which means you move away from it.
Reside means to live. We can move away from it. We don't have to keep it. Can it be burned or destroyed
well,
in some
probably
fashion?
it's
Does burning release anything that would be unsavory from it?
probably not. It would probably remove the curse of fortune.
I've got a cantrip.
You want to cantrip it?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not going to make you make an attack, but it's just
You're just sitting there.
it is a stick sitting there.
So my cantrip, that spells, is firebolt.
Firebolts, so you just burn it with firebolts.
With how many is that?
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's done.
You've successfully.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's gone,
Okay.
and now we've got more area to examine.
Yep. Where do you go from there?
Walk around on and look at the floor,
Floor, the walls,
walls.
such as
He
remaining.
keeps asking the exact thing.
Well, I
I'll
think it
look
helps.
along the walls.
Okay.
Do I have to roll another?
No. If you want. Yeah. Might as well.
Oh boy, I don't know anything.
Are you net 1?
I got a 2, which is 4. No, which is 7.
14.
Oh no, not intelligence, it's 4.
I have 14.
You find a rusty corkscrew with a screw still on, with a cork still in your hands.
Oh,
And
wow.
you find what is this? A crusty used handkerchief, no monogram.
Thank you for that. Okay. I feel like falling me in that thing. Okay.
I don't know where any damage would actually like burns.
I don't know.
Mine.
So is there another Is there another space? It looks like there's something to the south of it.
Well, there's
From where
another
we are.
chimney, isn't there?
No, it's just
What's
that's
the
what
thing
you guys.
Right. What's this to the south?
This?
Yes.
Yeah, it's more of the cabin. It's just the parking. That's where you found the crusty.
Okay, so we basically
We've
searched
done
it
this
diligently.
area then, okay.
So you guys heading up to the
So where are Victor
beach
and
camp
Finn
out?
and-
Oh, they're just following you right now.
Okay.
The
so-
beach camp out
yeah.
next.
Okay. So, a dead campfire is surrounded by 6 tents, each of which contains a bedroll and a mess kit. Roll an investigation check.
11.
Okay.
I have a
You
plus
find
6 on
that
it.
the tents and bedrolls are partially dissolved by some kind of acid spray.
Oh.
Footprints and strange marks in the sand suggest that several humanoids were attacked and dragged away. Anyone who wants to can make an intelligence check.
18.
Okay. Both of you figure out that the humanoids were killed and dragged down into the sand by burrowing monsters like the Ankheg.
So that might include Harbin's brother.
Possible.
Okay. So
Where do you want to go from there?
What's the?
So we finished over here.
Yeah. So what's this? Yeah. Keep going west.
Along the beach.
West.
There's what's the stuff between the tents? This stuff.
Stacked lumber, cut and prepped for floating down.
The river.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So we're and what are these two? Are these
Same
also
thing.
stacked lumber? Lumber?
Yes.
So what we want to do is walk this way and get over to here.
Going over to the
Main lodge or whatever it's called.
LUGD, okay. Alright.
And there's also a dock.
Yep.
How close are we to
Doing
it?
the water skiing.
Cool.
Alright, so you get to the intact building.
Yes. It's intact. Excellent.
Okay. Oh, you don't hear me. No, nobody responds.
Figured that was kind of in tongue in cheek.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you were being serious.
No,
Sometimes
sorry.
they'll knock.
Yeah. I know.
So, the front door is unlocked. Do you guys run?
Go in.
Okay. It's cluttered with logging equipment such as saws, leather harnesses for climbing trees, and so on and so forth. You see a door on the other side. There, yeah. And a fireplace and the windows.
So no people.
No people.
Hello! No people.
Who is it? Who is it? Comes from the other side.
We come from Harbin Wester. We are delivering supplies for this logging camp.
There's a moment of silence, then. Are they gone?
Well, we've killed 3 of them. I can't promise that there's not more.
Prove to me they're gone or I'm not coming out.
There it is. Prove to him that they're gone. We walked all the way over here and we're not attacked.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. We're still alive. 17.
Okay. There's a brief pause and then.
Actually, plus 1, so it's 18.
Well, I guess that's good enough for me. And you see, you hear a scraping noise on the other side, and then someone who could only be Harbin Wester's brother is on the other side, hair in disarray, eyes hollow, bags under his eyes, like in bags have bags. He's clearly not slept in a while. He's probably been up on that desk for a while. Like he was hiding on top of the desk in the other room.
And we
Well,
probably
terrible
want to
state of
ask him
affairs.
what
Just
the things
terrible.
are. What?
Just terrible state of affairs. Absolutely terrible.
So, Mr. Wester, can you give us any information about what's happened here?
We were attacked by those monsters.
A week ago, recently, yesterday? How long have you been hiding? So this is
How
such a
long
hardship
have you
for
been
you.
hiding? It's a bit even not. Do you know how many there were that attacked your camp?
No. There was one in this room. Out there where you are. But, well, you killed it, so... He doesn't sound
Sorry, what?
Is there
Hooray.
anyone else that may have survived this?
There
That you
were
know of?
about 12 or so loggers, but when the creatures attacked, I don't know what happened to them.
Is it possible that they would have gone up the cliffs above?
Possibly, I don't know. But you say you had supplies for me, yes?
We have your supplies.
Good, good, good,
Yes.
good. Right.
There's a wagon of supplies.
Give me the manifest.
Who's carrying the manifest? Vincent is hitched to the wagon.
Don't trust me with any paperwork that's
So
important.
I'm just gonna say, for the sake of brevity, over the next couple, maybe 20 minutes or so, you offload
Yeah.
the supplies. He signs the manifest, and prepare to head back and let somebody know in Fenelon that they need some new loggers up there.
Sounds good. We can definitely do that. You don't want to come back with us?
Oh, I'm coming with you.
No, okay.
And leaving the supplies here.
Yeah, well, they'll be safe, but I don't think those creatures, they didn't eat the sleeping bags. So,
Is there anything to be? What are these two buildings?
Ruins. Ruins cabins. Yep.
Keep
I think we
thinking
need to
that.
go back to Fandala.
Well, I keep thinking that if there were loggers, they might have climbed up, and there may be some up here that have been waiting until they can come back. And if they have, then it might be useful for them to know that three are gone. We don't know how many total, and it may allow them to either come with us or decide to stay and log. So
How do you propose to do that?
I don't know. I just we could go up there, but I guess there's no real reason. This is knowing that there's another part of this map that we haven't been to.
This one?
We
No.
haven't been above the cliffs.
Okay.
If there, I mean, there has to be a reason why they're there, but maybe not. I guess we can go back to Pendala
Okay. So,
and rest. I can certainly use a rest.
So I'm going to say, for the sake of narrative, do you guys want to go back to Falcon's Hunting Lodge or strike out to Fandala?
Lodge.
Oh, well, I guess we're going to Hunting Lodge. Okay,
Yeah,
that's,
well,
that's good.
did you want to? Well, wait, where's the whole map? It's under here.
It's
There.
about 20 miles to Falcon's Hunting Lodge.
And how much to
I
Fandala?
wasn't thinking Fandala.
Huh?
I wasn't thinking Fandala.
Where were you thinking?
I need a silver weapon. We're this far.
Oh, we were
60
thinking
miles
of
to
going
Fandala.
to Neverwinter,
There's a possibility. Let's put it that way.
About
but
40 miles to Neverwinter.
and how far to his lodge?
20. But
And-
it'll be 60 miles from Falcons to Neverwinter if you go to the
Oh,
Hunting
that's
Lodge.
back up, isn't it?
It's a backtrack of about 20 miles to the east.
So we can get out of the woods.
How far from Neverwinter to Fandala?
Long way.
About 70 miles.
It's probably enough time to do it. We'll have a magic weapon, so I guess we're good.
How far is it from?
Elizabeth doesn't.
How much out of the way is to go to the lodge and then go to Fandala?
20 miles to the lodge, and then
That's the most direct route.
about 45 miles to Fandala.
And how far is it if we just went to Fandala?
60 miles.
Huh?
60.
So it's like 5 difference. I can use a rest, and that's the closest rest we can do. I'm down.
Well, you could rest
Yeah.
anywhere on the road. or out
Except
in
we
the
can get
wild.
attacked on the road.
You could. Unless I the DM will it not to be.
Is Elizabeth interested in getting a magic weapon?
She's not disinterested.
mentioned he
Or
was the only one without one,
silver,
right?
yeah. Either enchanting or silvering her axe. That's something that she would be not disinterested in.
And is
So we would be coming, I mean, we don't have any more quests that bring us back this close to Neverwinter, is that correct?
you don't have any more cards, right?
Just this one.
We don't have any right now.
True.
But we have to go back to where we can get one.
My question is kind of a question of conservation of trying to be the most
Economical.
yes, that's the word, economical with our movement at the moment, because if we're quote unquote this close and we stop by and we get our weapons silvered, then if we get another quest and happens to need magic or silver, we're set. If we have to go all the way to Neverwinter, go, oh look, there's some we might encounter something, I'd
That's
really
good,
hate to
Neverwinter.
I'd hate to be
Okay. So off to Neverwinter?
I'd like to.
And what's his face is coming with us.
Tagor? Yes. He's not going to be left behind.
Don't blame him.
And he doesn't want to travel alone, I'm sure.
He
How
can
sane
handle,
is he?
he can handle
He's sane.
Vincent.
Make an insight check. Make an insight check.
Hey. Oh, that fell on the floor.
Oh, I don't know what insight is, but I got an 18. Plus
I get
4, so I got
19.
22.
Okay. He is a coward.
He is what?
A coward.
A
He
coward.
is a coward.
Kind of.
He is a selfish, self-serving, cowardly human being.
So he doesn't actually care about the loggers.
Nope.
Urban was
Not even care.
that different. He's holed up in his building, so.
So it's a family trait.
Yep.
But he can take
I
care
have no
of
respect for
Vincent
these
and
people.
the wagon.
Who's asking you to respect them? They just pay you.
That's right. And I don't really think they care if they respect him.
So the logging camp at this point in time is not being operated.
Correct. Sorry, I'm trying to-
Where'd she go?
We'll work it out later. So, on to Fandalum? Okay. Or, sorry, Neverwinter.
Sorry, yeah.
To Neverwinter. Neverwinter. From the loggers' camp is
It says 60-something.
about 45 miles.
Oh. So that's 2 days.
Yes, it's about 2 days.
Because we're not going to sprint.
We're not gonna, yeah. You still have Vincent and supplies.
But we kept the supplies with us?
Yeah, we're not gonna let you just leave supplies out in the middle of nowhere where anyone can get their hands
Oh,
on.
I thought we spent 20 minutes negotiating them out, floating and all that
Did,
jazz.
and then Tygor was
It's like,
like,
okay, I'm coming with you.
yeah, I'm coming with
Put him
you.
back
What
on.
you
Wait,
doing?
Okay,
wait a
gotcha.
minute. I would like to negotiate. If we're bringing him back, that's the same as bringing him there. We should get the same amount for bringing him back with us as we did for taking him there.
It's not my problem the Ankheg's attacked.
And we don't have to take them back.
You don't, but you probably wouldn't get mad. I wouldn't accept that, and if I was there, then, I know, by the way, he didn't sign it yet, because he
Oh,
wasn't.
Yeah.
He's like, I didn't sign
we
it.
should have gotten him to sign it.
Oh well.
And you
Once he
didn't
realized-
tell us that he didn't sign
I'm
it.
sorry, I wasn't thinking about
That's
the fact that he
okay.
was going with you guys. I was just like forgetting that all of them were dead, probably,
Yeah.
and he wasn't going to stick around for that.
Right.
Well, he's not going to try and defend himself.
Exactly. So he didn't sign anything. He's like, no, I'm not signing that. You're taking me back, and then we'll work something else out once we got it back. But no. All right. So, for the sake of brevity, you arrive in Neverwinter 2 days later, around mid-morning. It's not a huge town.
Can
but
we have
yes.
a rest?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's already had it.
you get a rest.
Okay,
On
I
the
want to make
night
sure that
of-
I'm bringing stuff back up
Yeah,
to 30.
everyone go back up to full health. Full spell slots, full hit dice.
Well, the reason I was somewhat concerned is that I had a total of 3 level 1s left, and I was at 8 hit points.
It'll take a minute to just deal with that. I'm going to say that you use your rations.
Mm-hmm.
So, and at this point, since you're following the river, you don't need to expend emptied water skins.
Okay.
You can just do the cycle through of drink and fill.
Yeah.
Because you're following them. But the rations are something you don't need. So that's 2 days rations.
I keep saying I'm going to do this. Where do I have rations? So how many days rations do we just use?
2.
So I've got to buy some rations.
Yeah.
I'm down to 1 day's rations.
Oh, yeah, you certainly do.
Okay.
I have 30.
How? Okay.
I wrote it down someplace else, but that's the only thing that I've got.
Was it 2 pounds per ration?
2 what? 2 pounds per ration?
Wasn't that right?
I've got it written down. Let me check.
But we're alongside of a river, which means there's lots of grazing areas for our horses.
Horses.
And the
2 pounds per ration.
Okay.
the wolf has gone off and hunted for what it needs.
Yeah. The wolf is fine.
Wolf does have.
It takes a whole lot less care than ours do. Not that
Yes.
but
But it's a dire wolf. Dire wolves are approximately the size of horses. But they're wolves. And this one and Finnan have kind of come to an accord where it doesn't eat him. And he...
doesn't kill it.
No, he just kind of takes it along. It's really a very one-sided agreement at this point. It's coming to a modicum of loyalty to him. Really, it's more of a please don't eat me moment with Finnan every time he turns around. So, yeah. It's not really something that he would wish on you or anyone, really.
I'm very
Oh,
fond of
okay.
Donkey Boy and Shadrach. Thank you very much.
Jehoshaphat.
And your horse, but like...
And my horse. I
Horse?
haven't named my horse
Your
yet.
horse is named Horse, of course.
Huh?
Your horse is
Well,
named
your
Horse,
horse
of course.
is named Horse.
No, my horse is named Shadrach.
I didn't say it was named Horse. I just didn't name it.
So what is your horse's name? Do you have a name for your horse, or just going?
I will in a minute.
Okay.
You have to remember.
So as you arrive in
Well, somebody else is going to have to remember.
Neverwinter, you
What color is my horse?
what color is your horse?
Color.
That's what you agreed on last time. Yeah.
And they can be Aslan.
You what?
Aslan. I'm mixing my...
That's canon now. Write it down.
Yes.
Huh?
Write it down. It's
Write it
canon.
down.
Your horse's name is Aslan, and it's Palomino.
Well, it's the
We
right
do
color.
not speak perverse blasphemies in my presence.
It's the right
A
color.
Taras drops on your head.
I flambe it. It's hot.
Oh my word! Can you imagine? Comment down below if you think that what you think of the idea of casting a sacred flame on a Tarask. Tarrasque.
I don't know what
It- This is one of those moments where I just looked at it and I was like, I don't want to. I don't want to do this anymore. Oak, jelly, elf, revenants, wagon, sheep guardian, sled, sphinx, sprite, Tarrasque.
Oh, you're gonna flambe it.
Its toe is very unhappy.
What do they do?
Anything they freaking want.
In other words, it's kind
The
of
legendary
like,
Tarrasque is possibly the most dreaded monster of the material plane. It is widely believed that only one of these creatures exists, though no one can predict where and when it will strike. A scaly biped, the Tarrasque is 50 feet tall and 70 feet long, weighing hundreds of tons. It carries itself like a bird of prey, leaning forward using its powerful lashing tail for balance. Its cavernous maw yawns wide enough to swallow all but the largest creatures, and so great is its hunger that it can devour the populations of whole towns. The destructive potential of the Tarrasque is so vast that some cultures incorporate the monster into religious doctrine, meaning its sporadic appearance into stories of divine judgment and wrath. Legends tell how the Tarrasque slumbers in its secret lair beneath the earth, remaining in a dormant state for decades or centuries. When it awakens to answer some inscrutable cosmic call, it rises from the depths to obliterate everything in its path.
But I flambéed it, so it's done.
I don't want to be one of those until I'm a level 9.
Oh, I want to be like a level 99.
Level 9? let me explain.
Oh, wait a
some-
minute. No, I'm sorry. I thought 9 was as high as you could get.
No, level 20 is your pinnacle. Pretty
Okay,
much.
I want to be at 19 at least.
Let me explain something to you real fast. I did I found a monster, like an encounter builder online. So I decided to just for fun roll up some possible encounters, and they have like minimally difficult, like really easy, challenging, all the way up to like
Impossible.
lethal. Lethal is the most powerful, is like the most dangerous. It is the likelihood of a TPK is high.
So this is something that
I found I put 5 level 5 adventurers in as my calculation X factor, and I'm just playing around, fussing around. What's this? What's that? What can I do with this? What can I do with that? I get around. I'm like, Tarrasque, challenge rating 30. Let's see what happens with that. Lethal. I'm like, oh, well that's obvious. We're level 5s. Let's see if I bump it up to level 20. To 5 level 20 adventurers, a Tarrasque is a lethal encounter.
Let it
Oh.
sleep
this is
for
a
the
good
rest
way
of my
for,
natural life.
Lisbeth
Invading the Nine Hells is more epic, but yes.
So we don't want to encounter them ever.
No.
If we
yeah.
encounter that, we run.
And by the way, yes, you can face it, and according to the rules as written, depending, people can kill it. You can kill it. There are people who've done reviews on YouTube about how stupid the Tarrasque is, and how there are actually higher levels of challenge rating creatures out there. Mostly spellcasting dragons. And things like that, and like ancient primordial deities and things like that. But I don't want to test that.
Yeah.
Is this the worst?
It's the biggest monster in the official monster manual. In the rules as written, that is the ultimate bad. It is like the harbinger of an apocalypse.
If I decide that we all want to die, or
If you
go out
decide that
as
we want to die, who is this
ultimately-
we, Kimosabi?
ultimate,
I tell you what, if you get bored at some point, and you're level 20, and you've hit all the heroic boons that you want to find, and you want to go out in a blaze of glory, by this time, I warn you, Victor Elizabeth will probably already be dead, and you may be dead too.
Sayonara.
well, everybody's going to be dead if I get to the point, because I've got
Well,
such
I'm
a
just
longer...
saying, yeah, but they've got a shorter lifespan, hence they're going to go on their hell quest a lot sooner than you. So if you're like lonely and bored and whatever, and you decide, yeah, I want to go out in a blaze of glory, yeah, I will drop a Tarrasque on your head and see how that goes.
on my head.
Not literally necessarily, but
If it lands on my head, I'm out of it
comes
anyway.
up out of the ground. So.
So they're burrowers?
Not burrowers per se. They just, like I said, they sleep in a subterranean lair somewhere, waiting for the cosmic call of the apocalypse. So,
Okay. We'll try not to have the cosmic call come then.
bing bing. Please hold. We just put the apocalypse on hold.
Works
I'm
for
kinda-
me.
All right.
I'm kind of that way right now
So we are
anyway.
now-
So with Neverwinter,
Yes.
you remember your adventures here last time. It's not like
We were here before?
yeah, we went here right after we whooped Venom Fang, and
Is this then they're rebuilding?
they are rebuilding. It was badly damaged when Mount Houghton Tower erupted some 50 years ago. Now the city of Skilled Hands works to rebuild under the watchful eye of its Lord Protector, Dagult Neverwinter, who rules in the absence of an heir to Neverwinter's crown. At present, no legitimate heirs to the old Algondar line are known to exist, and they believe the line is ended. Lord Neverwinter, taking no chances, probably pays off or disposes of anyone claiming a connection to the Lords of the World.
He disposes of you if you claim.
Or pays you off.
Or pays you off.
We have no claims.
We have no claims, so we're not dangerous. So,
Well, I didn't know whether maybe somebody in our group might be a secret heir.
not that I know of. What about you two?
Not me.
Are you
Well, I
is this
know
being
it's
my
not
Talos
me.
Ragnar?
I know it's not me. I was thinking, is it a human? It would
Presumably the Algondar, or the Algondar royal line is probably human.
Well, I was thinking it would be really ironic if
Elizabeth or Victor?
Victor ended up being more royal than Elizabeth.
Oh, that would be funny.
That was that's why I thought it was fun.
But
It's not going to happen, but
he lived in Thunder Tree, so probably not. Unless, like, his lineage is of the Algondar line and they fled before he was born.
that was what I was thinking.
I mean,
Interesting.
down the
Interesting
road, I could weave that in if you guys want me to, but it would require some tinkering with, like, rules as written of the area. So, not that I can't do it, but if you guys want
I
to
was
play out
just-
some kind of,
no,
if
I
you guys
was
want to
just-
play out some royal succession
I would just
intrigue
like to see
to
Elizabeth's
rebellion,
face. That's what I
like
want.
intrigue, that too. You're playing out some kind of intrigue to
Yep.
to open revolt, like royal succession coup kind of campaign. Could be fun.
Yeah, right.
After we finish.
The 95.
Well, I've
things
got
that you've done.
there's this arc, the 4 parts of this arc, and then potentially, and this doesn't have to happen. Like this is a homebrew that can go to anyone. The Kyrdal quest could theoretically happen before that, but it doesn't have to.
Okay.
Like yeah, and it could. You know, now that we're talking about it, I'm thinking that it could possibly work out that the treasure of Kyrdal could be some semi-sentient magic object that recognizes him as the heir to the Algondar line, and like that could be a really cool
That
thing
would be
going
very
on
cool.
there. And then
Yeah.
you have the Belzaran temple behind him as he rallies the countryside to covert and then open rebellion. That could be cool. That could be really
That would be
cool.
very cool.
Like, okay, you heard it here first, folks. Spoilers alert. This is potentially happening. Just keep your hats off for that.
Keep yours
In the
clean.
interim.
Understand that I don't follow straight paths in the way of my words.
No, it's good. It's good. I like it. So, and don't get me wrong. I had thought about putting someone in there where like that could be theoretical.
Just ironically, it would have to be Victor.
Oh, it would have to be because like
Yes.
it couldn't be an NPC. That would just be boring.
No.
Like that was my original thought.
No, I'd really like to have
All
that
right.
be
So
Victor.
as you
That's
guys
a good-
arrive, you remember your adventures here before, the sparring pits where Victor, Elizabeth, and Finnan made some serious stuff. And you guys remember the dancing centaur, where you stayed last time and won you got the contract off the short job. The woefully underprepared NPC.
NPC.
Non-player character, that one that I just sat there for 5 minutes and smacked myself over the head for not figuring out a name. And then wherever you guys stayed.
I'm
I don't know
looking
where you
forward
guys
to
stayed
staying
at,
in some kind of a not luxury, but at least not a barn.
There is a place that you guys had the hang on. Give me a second. The Beckoning Hand is where you guys were.
Okay.
It's it's either comfortable or wealthy. I don't know what you guys want.
I want
prefer
comfortable, and I
comfortable.
want a good meal.
Okay.
And maybe
So-
a bottle of wine to myself and drawing it.
Oh, yes, just gonna
So,
enjoy that.
you guys go back to the Beckoning Hand, which is a comfortable inn, about maybe a mile from, half mile to a mile from the Dancing Centaur,
Okay.
in the, it's a little bit further towards the slum district, like not in the slums, but it's like that middle class borderland between the slums and the aristocratic societal area that the Dancing Centaur is in. And the Dancing Centaur is like on the fringe of the aristocratic area where it's like starting to move into estates,
Yeah.
fine houses, and the Lord's Manor of Neverwinter's castle. But then the Dancing Centaur is like parked near the market.
I found that I'm not really comfortable in extra high society, although I can imagine that Elizabeth would love it.
And she and Victor and Finn are all staying at the Dancing Centaur, and you guys, I assume, are going to go back to
Yes.
the Beckoning Hand.
Excellent experience the first time?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Nothing
got
less this
a
time.
very cheerful,
Yes.
gnomish
Very
proprietor.
comfortable.
It's like a comfortable
Yes.
place. It's
Lovely.
very
That's what I want.
slightly rustic, but very
Yes.
comfortable, very
Yes.
homey, very phone ringing, and
It's Hunter Wester.
Harbin, you should have put a sending stone with your brother. Ankheg's attacked the camp, and we
It's
didn't
not.
know.
It's not a phone. It's a sending stone.
Sending stone. Yeah, it's like a tweet. Great.
I didn't realize that they came with a ringtone, but yes.
Yes. But yeah, the Beckoning Hand is run by a gnomish proprietor with some very rustic, like wood and candles, crackling fire, especially as the nights are getting colder. And so he looks up and he's standing on a stool behind the bar as usual. Your gatherings probably, so you've seen him there almost every time you've been in the Beckoning Hand. You remember to the last time. He looks up and goes, and he goes, welcome back. In a very, very pitchy voice. Welcome back to Beckoning Hand. Oh, it's you two. Hello.
Yes, yes. And indeed, it is a welcome. It's a very welcoming place.
Where
Glad
did
to hear
Finnings go to stay?
Oh, he's at the Dancing Centaur.
To where?
Dancing Centaur.
Ah,
Terrible Trio is over there.
Yeah, the Terrible Trio is the Dancing Centaur. You guys went to the Beckoning Hand.
I just hope that no one decides to.
Stop. Think. Do you really want to say that?
No.
Okay. So.
Write me a note.
No.
So, would you
I can't.
have a pair of rooms that would be available this evening?
Absolutely.
So pleased.
Always have
to
a
hear
room.
it.
I have a room or two ready.
Wonderful.
That'll be the usual.
Yes.
8 silver pieces.
There you are.
What?
8 silver pieces. And would you be wanting meals for the night as well?
Absolutely.
Right.
And a bottle of wine.
Absolutely. What? Any specific vintage or just?
Something in middle of the road. Not vile, but not super expensive.
He kind of looks a little bit miffed as he goes, I don't serve vile wine here.
Understood. Completely understood. Our wizard is tired.
Oh, it's all right. So you're looking for something not fine, but like a more common vintage? Yeah. All right. That'll be
Something like a Chianti.
2 silver.
Please tell me we're not having liver for dinner.
Well, since you mentioned it,
There
that
it
was on
is.
the menu.
I'll take anything
Never mind,
but.
found you. That was on the menu since you brought up the Chianti.
I'm having anything
So how
but.
many silver total?
2 silver pieces for the pitcher of wine. 5 silver pieces for the meal, and 8 for the.
7:15.
Yep.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
I just needed
So
to
you settle in for a comfortable meal of thick stew and hearty bread and a pitcher of wine from the wizard. Are you getting ale or
Just water tonight.
Just water, all right. And there's a crackling fire. There's traveling band has come through, and they're like playing some
Merry tunes, I hope.
I wonder if we can make any money off of motels.
You're not a bar.
Either mine, but
I said you're not a bar.
So that's the sounds of the affecting bands. As
I've
there's
had a bottle of wine, so I'm willing to try anything.
so there's a comfortable ambiance to the room as you see the tavern maids and maesters kind of circling through the room. A variety of different races are employed here. There's a couple of elves, a dwarf or two, a halfling, a handful of humans. The proprietor is the only gnome, but there's a small band up on the dais in the corner. There's Goliath actually up playing the drums, and then
A Goliath.
yes, they're half giants. They're I don't know what the other half is, but I'm assuming it's human and stone giants. In the age. Don't ask me how it happened. I don't want to know.
Ask me about this after we're done with
Yeah. Anyway, so then there's like a tiefling on the dulcimer, and a half elf is playing that string
it.
here.
What elf?
Half elf, human and elf. So yeah, and then a halfling on the flute, sitting up.
Sounds rather pleasant, kind of nodding off almost.
You getting a little mellow there, Mrs.
I think mellow is a good. Call me mellow.
Excellent.
So it was a very comfortable night spent.
Do we need to know anything about the night that Victor and Finley and Elizabeth spent? Or is that
They
not?
drank, they ate food, they
I just
went to
want to
their
make
own
sure that
respective
they
rooms
hadn't
that
run
night,
into
so-
someone that talked them into it.
They'll tell you in the morning if it did happen. Although you do have a sending stone, so if something were to happen, they would likely have summoned you to the Dancing Centaur for a group meeting to discuss some prospective contracts. So you can assume by the lack of sending stone messages saying, "Hey, buddy, we've got a potential contract here. Can you come down and talk about it?" Then
I'm going to guess that Timo gave it back to us before he left us.
yes.
I just wanted to make sure of that.
Oh, shoot, he has it.
That's
I
why I
don't-
was,
Right, but
when
I
he
you
will
will give
said,
it to us.
Tybo
Would he
has
give it
the-
to us, or would he have kept it?
probably would have given it back
Alright.
to us, but I
So
just
yeah,
wanted,
you have the.
I didn't want to get into a situation where I said you're going to,
So you have the sending stone now.
well, it was I and
Victor.
Victor had
Yes,
it.
Victor never lost the sending stone. It's just that Tybalt, before he rode off into the sunset, handed you the sending stone.
Perfect.
So a comfortable evening is had by all. You all retire to your respective rooms for the night. I need to mark off some gold here.
Yes.
Frank.
We have to mark off a fair amount of gold.
Horrible. It's just
I just took my silver off.
like 6 gold. Or
I had more gold than silver. I'm gonna have to trade some in so that I have silver so that I don't have to
So you would have to what?
appear rich.
Oh, yes.
You don't want to display 20 gold pieces to pay, or no, 5 gold pieces to pay for your hotel, and then have people in the group decide, in the room decide, gee, that would be great. If they've got that much money, no. I'm thinking. It's the only thing I use the look forest for my enemy. Oh. The book was either Ron's or Ted's. The book that you gave to me on Place and All Through the Night.
I got it.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
really have any of Davis in books.
All right. So as you come to consciousness the next morning, you still hear some. You hear the tavern coming to life below you.
Did we also pay for breakfast already?
I'm going to go ahead and assume that it says meals per day is the cost covered, so he's going to carry the cost of the meals over to,
Okay.
like, for an extra silver. He'll cover the cost of the next day's meals.
Okay.
So 0. I mean, that's an extra silver.
Yeah, one extra silver
Okay.
Yeah.
bring you to the next day's meals. So, what do you guys wish to do?
Breakfast was delicious.
Trade him 2 golds.
Wait a
You
minute,
might
you
want
wanna
to do that and
Yeah,
I might
not-
change
do-
your
not
thoughts.
yours.
I'm just saying he might not have the change and
Okay.
You don't want
making change in the tavern is
Yeah, you
okay.
specifically
not
said you didn't want to flash
exactly
that gold.
Okay.
subtle.
That's for sure.
Which is
So-
one of the reasons why.
Remember, I did have a bottle of wine, so.
You did, but you had a full
Hello,
rest
did you go
out of it.
outside all by yourself? Good for you.
And you haven't had much. I'm assuming you had at most a mug of ale over breakfast with a hearty protein-laden
I'm not going to drink water.
mush and bacon, ham, eggs, pancakes, toast. Kitty. Hello, kitty.
Yes, I like all of those things, and I'll take everything.
So,
Excellent. Excellent.
so what do you guys wish to do with your day?
Do we want to connect with the terrible trio and discuss the weapon situation that brought us here?
Yes, that'd be good.
It's on the
Let me
floor
double
of
check
your
the
chair.
price of silvering weapons here.
It's on the floor of your
Can't-
chair.
Really, I can kind of figure out what an enchanted weapon would be, but it's like a little difficult to figure it out. So I have to find.
Hey!
Kitty,
What are you
get
doing
out of
on
here.
my carrots? I did not invite you up here. Oh,
So, well, he picked me up, so that must mean that you want to.
not a chance. Scoot. No.
Kitty cat, shoot.
Go. Push it because I don't want you to
She
mess
thinks
with
she's
her.
part of our company.
We do not. Jeez Louise, cat, get out of here. Gosh. Because crafting a magic item is probably the closest I'm going to come to enchanting a weapon.
We're going to silver it.
And then silvering it is. What is it? Shoot. Three books here. I can't find what I'm looking for.
Sometimes having everything you need is difficult to get through all.
I'll try to find
Just because this is what 2 minutes. It's going to try and get it
silvered weapons. There we go. 100 gold pieces. You can silver a single weapon or 10 pieces of ammunition.
Okay. Comfortable with that option. This is what, for me, I'm thinking is since I have Hugh as a magic weapon that I made, and I'm taking input here, I might silver 10 of my bolts.
Okay. What you do with your gold is your business.
Okay.
That's the monster manual. Here it is. That's the master's guide.
How many golds?
100 gold pieces to silver 1 weapon or 10 bolts or 10 pieces of ammunition. A very insistent kitty over there.
She's hungry.
Go hunt something, cat.
Yes.
Jeez Louise. Crafting, magic. It is. Here. +1. Anything.
Nope.
+1. Weapon. Uncommon is +1, rare is +2, very rare is +3. Uncommon, to craft an uncommon magic item, which I'm going to just say is that's how you would get it in an item enchanted,
Okay.
is 500 gold pieces, and you need to find and hire a 3rd level spellcaster.
We have
In
one.
addition to the 500?
Yeah.
But if we
Well,
have our
the hiring would be covered under the 500 gold pieces.
so if we have one, then
But
you
I'm
could
not,
theoretically-
so maybe I should learn that as the next spell.
Enchanted
Can I
weapon.
learn enchanting weapons as a spell?
Let me look.
Because that's 3rd level, right?
You'd
That's
need
what
a
it says.
3rd level
Spellcaster.
spellcaster, which means you're a 5th level spellcaster.
Okay.
So, find familiar, dispel magic, dominate monster, drown Jesus, summons, elements, weapon, control, fear, and situation, true items, fabricate, no, snaring strike, guards, black
Oh, it
tentacles.
would again be ironic for us to find out that I could have made one of the weapons magic all along.
More than I like.
I don't know.
Okay. It suddenly occurred to me that you need a spellcaster.
Okay, here it is. Elemental weapon is a 3rd level transmutation. It's a concentration spell for up to an hour.
Oh,
A non-magic weapon you can't touch becomes a magic weapon. For the duration, the weapon has a +1 bonus to attack rolls and deals an extra 1d4 damage of the chosen types.
but it doesn't make it a permanent magic weapon.
No, but what did I say was 3rd level?
Yes, 3rd level.
Okay. Well, that's a little out of the wheelhouse of a 3rd level spellcaster. So I'm gonna say that enchanting it is mostly just a bunch of time spent imbuing the weapon with arcane properties over a period of time that is listed here. The character engaged in the crafting of a magic item makes progress in 25 gold piece increments, spending that amount for each day of work until the total cost is paid. The character is assumed to work for 8 hours each of those days, thus creating an uncommon magic item takes 20 days and 500 gold pieces. You're free to adjust the cost and not fulfill.
So regardless of whether I do it or whether someone else does it, we have to stay in Neverwinter or somewhere safe for 20 days so that I can just concentrate on that.
Correct. Or so that someone else who can hire
Someone
you
else could do it.
is- Correct.
So if you can do one thing at a time, it says that.
Pretty much.
Yep.
You spend 8 hours a day, 25 gold pieces worth of whatever you're doing, components, time, etc.
So that's to buy the materials they.
I don't know exactly what you would need, but we'll just say for the sake of that, it would be partly
The
time
shopping
spent,
cart per day is 25 gold pieces.
something like that.
And I probably need to have that in my spell book.
There's no spell specifically for enchanting an object
Okay.
or crafting a magic item that I've found.
So I guess the question would be,
Do we want to spend 20 days
yeah,
at the beckoning hand of the dancing centaur?
Do we have much
Wow.
choice if we're gonna get, or would we
Also,
come back?
it's
Elizabeth
not
doesn't
cost, it's
have-
a time factor.
It's a time and a cost factor
Right.
because in addition to spending 500 gold pieces on the weapon, which Elizabeth would have to pony up if she wants her weapon enchanted,
Right.
or you would have to pony up if you want to enchant your weapon.
I've got them.
Right. Or Finnan would have, well, Finnan has the spider staff.
Yeah, he's not giving it back as near as I can.
Unless you ask him, he's not giving it back, and at that point, it's going to be persuasion and all kinds of crazy
Well,
shenanigans to
you
get
know,
back.
I've already got 2 staves beyond that one.
Oh yeah, you have a quarterstaff and a
It's
staff of
expanded.
defense.
And the other thing
Well, the
is
pole
that-
collapsing isn't necessarily a staff. That's a 10. That's up to a 10
but I
foot
need,
length.
but I can only carry 1 staff at a for fighting with
Correct.
that time, because you've determined that I have to have my book.
It's not just me. It's everyone else in D&D.
Well, you're the DM. You have determined.
He has rules
Because
to
I
follow
looked at
too.
the
Right.
community and I determined that I was doing it incorrectly.
Right. Everybody has rules to follow.
I'm not. Okay, I'm God, but I'm not God incarnate. Here.
My question is, would we not have to stay 20 days anyway? Or would we order it and come back for it?
Well, if it's Elizabeth you're enchanting stuff for, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Because that's a family heirloom. She's going to be looking over the sorcerer or wizard's shoulder the whole freaking time.
Right.
Watching them enchant this thing.
So it's her decision or what we do at this point in time. The silvering doesn't take that long.
Silvering takes maybe a day or 2.
Yeah.
So silvering now and maybe enchanting it later.
And knowing that I can do the enchanting.
Knowing you can do the enchanting, but once she'd have to pony up the 500 gold to
I
get it to a
understand
+1
that, but-
or more if she wants it higher levels of enchantment.
Well, I'm figuring it's going to have to be 500 gold plus a contribution towards my expenses to stay, not necessarily in a major place.
Not in the barn.
Well, if we were at Fandalin, you'd be likely staying at Tresidar anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Which is how much.
So
gold
why don't
per
we?
day?
I would say get her silvered,
two
so
gold.
she's if she has
Yeah.
to agree, but
Yeah.
silvered, and then maybe when we get back to Fandalin, I silvered, I enchanted by
Possibly,
taking
yeah.
a lot of long rests.
So, Victor's going to help her pony up the 100 gold by using Elastic's platinum.
Okay.
She's going to use Elastic for platinum.
How much gold do they have?
Now,
Yeah.
28 for Victor, and
How come I have 1,089?
94 for Elizabeth, because you haven't been trying to pay off the debt of the loan they both took out jointly to build Tresidar Manor. It's 25
Okay,
it's
I'm
25,000 gold pieces. To
I was
build that
trying to figure out why I had so much more than them.
It's because they took out a loan for 25,000 gold and they're trying to pay it off right now. Interest free because of our connections in the Shintaran. But
Sure, but still, it's got to be paid.
everything.
Yeah, that's cool.
So,
So they need to get more funds.
we're working on that in how long now?
We have the names.
I've got 100 gold.
We have. All right, we're almost done with month 8, and so the mine has begun production. So sometime in month 9. So I would say we're probably no more than a week out from the fading month 9, which is when
So
payment
we're
will
about
happen.
10 days out from the month. For month 9, and it's at the top of the month you get paid.
Cool.
So in about 10 days,
Yeah.
we'll be getting our first payment from.
Which is how much?
I'm still working that out. I don't know.
Okay.
Off the top of my head.
Well, we've got to see how productive the mine is.
That is true, and there is something. There's something going on there where I roll percentage die, and you either have to pay the maintenance costs, or you guys would because you already looked up, and you either would get money or you wouldn't get money. And I'm not sure because the mine is something. The mine is something. We'll work it out.
That's fine.
We'll work it out in 10 days.
That's right. We got time. We got time. Okay.
me 5 seconds later. We have no time. All right. So what are we doing now?
Blank card.
Blank card. What kind of blank card?
3 by 5.
Box. Here it is. This is the box. This is the box. I really shouldn't travel without this box.
There's only one drawer and it's filled with magic cards.
Alright,
So we have to get Tybor back to Harbin.
Yep.
Who?
Tybor, the logging camp manager, back to his brother Harbin.
So, you guys, as you head out to the marketplace, both Finnan and Elizabeth take the time to get their weapons silvered.
As do I. How much would 10 crossbow bolts cost?
100 gold. Oh. Yeah, 100 gold.
Not the silver, but to buy just 2
Oh.
silver.
When? Just say when.
What time do you need in order to play with Joe?
Probably say 8:30. Then I can go get dinner because
Okay.
I'm in.
So, you,
I'm going to purchase 10.
1 gold piece for 20.
Okay, so I'm going to purchase 20. But I'm going to silver 10 of them.
Okay.
No, I was thinking that I could, my unused, never have touched stones, or what it is.
Sling bullets.
Huh?
Sling bullets.
Yeah. I'm not gonna silver.
You could.
I'm not gonna. Silver.
I mean, at this point, what is your sling ammunition?
It's still the same. I
I'm
think it
trying
was
to
like-
think here. Like, sling bullets is sling bullet. D4 bludgeoning. Your cantrips deal more damage than that.
Yeah, I've never used them because of that.
Yeah.
I was laughing because I was thinking
Yeah.
of what would it be to silver those, and a cantrip is magic.
10 bullets is
100 gold.
100 gold. So
Yeah, I don't
you'd
think
pay
so.
as much to silver those bullets as she paid to silver the crossbow bullets.
And I get to reclaim my crossbow bolts if I...
You can make an investigation check on the field of battle afterwards and reclaim
Yes.
X number of them. Yeah.
Did you need to buy some provisions?
Well, unless I can find them in my paperwork someplace, because I thought I bought the same amount the rest of you guys did, but I can't find where I wrote it down.
Can we get those in Fandalin?
You can.
I think I'm going to hold off and get some of these for that.
What, customer loyalty? Trying to rack up some kind of reward points here?
Yes, I have a card, you know. It's not a punch card. It's a chisel card.
Parchment or something like
Yes,
that.
that's right. That's right. No, I don't want to carry them, and I want to just figured let's hit the road.
Alright. So, you're heading back to Fandalin along the high road, and you, again, for the sake of brevity, you reach Fandalin about 3 days later.
Did we have to use rations, or were we able? I wanted to hunt.
Hunting.
You want to hunt?
Hunting and drinking. Water.
Okay.
I need to.
Make a survival check.
I'll cook anything you hunt. Nice.
Hope someone did better than I did.
Necessary.
Nah. You managed to sustain yourselves with food and water through the 3 days. You do have to use 1 day of rations when hunting was that. But other than that,
Oh, there it is.
Got it?
Yeah, I've got, it says 36 days of food.
You've probably spent, oh, did you write them down in the other one that you spent?
I've got to take off 5. But, yeah,
You do
I'm
that.
not starving.
Okay.
They were on Jazz Fat. But wonderfully kind dog.
Alright, so you arrive back in Allen. And
I think we need to look to see if there's anything else on that board.
when you get back, you do see that there has been a change to the board. Sometime between your leaving and that, you find that my back is broken.
What's that?
My back is broken.
Oh.
There's dog hair cuts.
Oh, we have to go see
Right.
the mayor, is it?
Harbin Wester.
Harbin Wester.
So you
That's where
do,
we
you
are.
go
We're
to
at his
Harbin.
place.
And we bring his brother.
His brother. There's a bit of a heated conversation between the two of them about the situation up there before Harbin cracks the door enough to get Tybor through, and then passes you a pouch of gold.
With 100 pieces of
100
it.
gold pieces for returning his brother safe and sound. Even though it was not in camp. At this point, you just kind of return everything kind of off the two. Barthen is just like,
Vincent, there you go.
well, thank you for bringing this back. Appreciate that. As for the supplies, well, they're lost.
Yes, that's true.
And as you look at the message board, you find these 3.
Which are?
Dragon Barrow Quest. The dragon that besets us is not the first to threaten this region. Between here and Neverwinter lies the barrow mound of a warrior, whose magical dragon-slaying sword helped fell a green dragon terrorizing the high road a century ago. Rumor has it the Dragon Slayer sword is buried there too. Retrieve it, and let the sword be its own reward.
That would be better than.
Axholm Quest. Embedded in a mountain south of Fandalen is the ancient dwarven fortress of Axholm, which has been sealed for years. If a dragon attack is imminent, the people of Fandalen can evacuate and take refuge in Axholm. To that end, someone needs to open the fortress and make it safe for habitation. That must mean that somebody else is living there. Once you accomplish these tasks, return to the town master, Wester, and collect a reward of 250 gold pieces. Yes.
200.
Yes, I like that. Woodland
That
Manse
means it's
Quest.
a little bit more dangerous.
You think? The orcs have fallen under the sway of evil spellcasters in Neverwinter Wood, and have been sighted, yes they have, in growing numbers near Falcon's hunting lodge. Did we already take care of this?
No.
Oh, we didn't do that.
You
That's
elected
right.
not to
That's
pursue
right.
the manse in favor
That's
of
right.
taking the supplies to the lodge.
Right. The
Oh, we were going to go back and
spellcasters.
do that.
The spell.
You were, but then you decided to go to Neverwinter to sell
So
your
with
weapons,
because
and then go
Yeah.
straight back because you had Tybor.
Okay,
So.
no, I.
this spell we
No,
couldn't
it's good.
Tybor.
It's a good thing you remember. It's
But
just
we didn't.
the continuity.
But we didn't do what we told.
Well, we had Tybor unexpectedly. We could not take Tybor. I'm not taking
If
Tybor
you-
on any quests.
If you assault the manse and return to Falcon, then he will very likely give you what you
Yes.
were offered initially.
So the spellcasters dwell in a ruined manse. Falcon needs someone to make a preemptive strike against it. Destroy the evil in the manse, then you expect him to reward you.
With the boots of
course.
Elvenkind that
Yes.
offering you
Yes.
both.
Yes.
So what we have is not a question of whether we take all of them, but which order we take them.
Right now we have to get the order figured out.
And then
And we need
with that, let's see, I'm just going to say, for the sake of narrative, which quest do you want to take on first?
Part of me is obliged to try to take care of the orcs first because we said we were going to but on the other
We
hand,
didn't say when we were going to do it.
yeah,
We said we
on the
were.
other hand, 250 gold pieces are, I don't know, what are your thoughts?
Well, it's obviously 250 gold pieces is a consideration, but these people need some place to evacuate to. I think that we either. I think we should open. It's going to be quite the task, but I think we need to open up Axel Quest for that.
Okay. So, when we pick up again, next time, our party will have traveled approximately 15 miles, almost due south of Fandalin, to the Sword Mountains, where the Fortress Axholm awaits them, and we shall see what horrors lie within. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, if you liked it, please drop a like, put some comments down, share it on social media, subscribe to the channel so you don't, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss the next episode, sporadic though they be. And we'll catch you on the flip side.